Hello, guys. Hello, Rick. Hello, Debbie. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I am setting up. I am running a little bit behind, so forgive me for that. But we are live. Let me know if you guys can hear me pretty well, if it's too quiet, or if you guys can't hear me. I'm getting everything adjusted, getting everything ready, guys, so give me a few minutes. So technically today I did have planned to do a little bit of cooking, but my wife overnight, she didn't feel well, and she ended up staying home. So later, when I got home, which was around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she was telling me that she was not feeling well at all. So she did not want the steak and shrimp. That's what I was gonna do for you guys, and I was gonna cook on carbon steel cookware. But she's not feeling well, so I'm gonna make her something else, and I'm gonna do that later after the live. But today we're gonna technically do a live seasoned iron episode, which is just talking about news. We're gonna do the giveaway as well, so just so that way you guys have a little bit of chatting and conversation that we can do together. So with that being said, let me just get everything set up, guys. Let me see. Sorry about that. Trying to get things set up. Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another. I feel like we're constantly sick. But uh, let me know, guys, if you guys can hear me. I would like to know. What I'm doing right now is actually getting the list for the giveaway. I'm pretty much done with it. I had to go looking through it, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. So here I have the black or the BK black carbon steel, and over here we have the chicken fryer. So let me continue with the names. I'm almost done. I can't see the chat right now because I'm trying to get this. So bear with me, guys. So we had a lot of people actually enter the giveaway, which I'm happy for, but um, I didn't think that I would have that many. We have about 70 entries. So, like I said, I'm just trying to catch up with these. I thought it was less, but that's not the case. So we're getting there, guys. Bear with me, as I mentioned. Uh, I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. Hopefully, everybody's having a good evening. Where I'm at right now, it's actually snowing and it's pretty cold. So we've had pretty calm weather, but it got pretty bad right now and it's cold. We got some snow, not a lot, just pretty much a dusting, but the temperatures have dropped. So it's pretty cold right now. And I do want to say that a lot of people are getting sick once again. So maybe that's what's going around and possibly how my wife got sick. And as I mentioned, I'm just trying to get all these entries in. I should have done it sooner, but I've been busy, and forgive me for that, guys. I tried my best to get this done before we started the live, but we're almost there. Some quick news for you guys. I don't know if any of you actually saw the second sale for Butter Pat, but they sold out pretty quickly of the Lily, which is their 14-inch, I think, their 14-inch pan, or around that size. So I was actually pretty surprised. Actually, I was looking for that. I was looking for the Lily as a second best pan, but once I got to the website, everything was pretty much sold out. There was only, I think, the Heather, the Joan, and the SD that were available. But I don't know if you guys were interested. They were actually at fairly decent priced compared to the retail pricing that they usually are at. So like I said, I wish that I would have gotten a chance to get the Lily, which is, like I said, the bigger one, the bigger skillet. But I'd like to know, guys, if you guys had any luck, and did you guys buy anything, or you guys don't care, or it's too much money for you guys because it is still pricey. Like I said, forgive me, guys, for doing this, but that just ensures that we're gonna get everybody. So yeah, like I said, we had a lot of entries. I think a lot of people like the chicken fryer. A lot of people said they want the chicken fryer. So the other news that I did have is that I don't know if you guys recalled, but there was actually some issues with Smithy Ironware. Smithy Ironware, their number 11. Initially, when that one came out, they came out with it came out actually with the lid. So over time, I guess a lot of people were experiencing breakage, but I didn't expect them to. Forgive me, guys. That was my alarm. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I got some food in the oven, and that's what the timer was for. All right. So where am I at? Robert Liebold. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but I hope I did. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Smithy Ironware. Their lid was actually recalled, or technically recalled, I guess, because it would shatter or explode if you had it in the oven, and if it experienced too much heat, it would just it would not do well. So they did say in one of their posts on social media to not use it and pretty much scrap it. So anyway, what I'm going with that is that they actually sent me a replacement, which is something pretty nice, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute once I get this going. Like I said, bear with me, guys. Almost there. Almost done, guys. The other thing too is that the other thing that I wanted to talk about with this is carbon steel. Obviously, that's what I'm focusing on these last couple of months, or this last couple of weeks, not months. Last couple of weeks, I've been focusing on carbon steel, and I do follow Uncle Scott's Kitchen. That's pretty much the channel that I focus on with carbon steel cookware, and he has a lot of things. He has a lot of insight on carbon steel, which at first I didn't think that that would be like an issue. For example, like seasoning a pan. It is a little bit different, and I'll be honest, it is a little bit different than cast iron, and that's just something that I kind of had a little bit of like a learning curve. There's a learning curve to that. So like I said, that's just something that I had to kind of get used to, and it was a little bit different, but not in a bad way. So I'm pleasantly surprised and happy how the seasoning is developing on my skillets, which I'll show you guys once, like I said, once I get through all this. Let's see. Like I said, guys, sorry for this. I should have done it a long time ago, but again, was very busy, and I had to kind of wait until today to let people enter, and so it goes. And if you guys are tuned in, please, as I mentioned before, you do have to be a subscriber. I will be checking. So whoever the winner is, please be subscribed to the channel. Make sure you follow the channel, and that's one of the prerequisites for the winnings of either of these. Almost there, guys. Sorry for the delay. If I misspell your username on YouTube, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing my best to kind of fly through all this. That way I can get everybody in. Sorry about that. Once again, timer. Alrighty. We got like two more, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Like four more. And somebody had asked a question on for the giveaway, which I should have been more clear. So this is kind of why I'm doing this. I should have been a little bit more clear with the giveaway. Technically, I wanted you guys to be present, or tuned in to the live, to be pretty much entered, so that way I could have entered everybody's name, whoever was here, and I figured that would be the best way to do the giveaway. But some of you said, hey, I can't tune in, and I never said, hey, you guys have to be tuned in to be like during the live giveaway um, to win something. So uh, like I said, I should have been a little bit more clear, but it's okay, not a big deal. I still have a little bit of a cough. Sorry about that, guys, if I'm loud. All right. That is the last one. So yeah, we got quite a bit. Okay, now I can tune in to see what you guys are commenting. Sorry about that. Like I said, all right, we got 36 people in here, so that's nice to see. And let's see, what have you guys been talking about? So hello to everybody, which is Debbie, Jan, Old Fashioned Coffee Pot, Rick, Artie, Doug PWND. Doug PWND, I don't think you entered, so at this point, I'm sorry. I don't recall seeing your name on that giveaway. So I think that you might not have been entered, but just putting it out there. Phone paying. Let's see. April K. Hippie Longshanks. Hi guys. Cynthia. I think I might have mentioned that. You already, Cynthia. Cast Iron Fanatic or CI Fanatic. Random Joe. Jan. Let's see. Papa Dan. Cindy. Big W. Hello. Random Joe. I think I already mentioned you. Mr. Arch. So I'm glad that you guys are tuned in, and I'm happy that most of you are here. I mean, there's about 37 of you guys, and we got about 70 entries. So I'll be honest with you guys. I'm hoping that whoever's here in the chat gets to win um, these giveaways. For me, that would be better, just because you guys are here and present. But obviously, this is going to be a random picker. So I have a random generator. And that's what I was doing with my phone here. I was doing the random generator, and we will choose the name for the first one. We'll choose a name, and technically, I'll just we'll do the random generator. We'll look at the name, and whatever they chose. So for the first go, whatever they chose, that's what they get. So whoever wins, whatever they choose, that's what they get. And for the second one, we'll do the same thing. We'll do the random pick. Whoever wins, obviously they're stuck with the either one. So I don't know. I want to say quick question with you guys. What do you guys want to do first? Which one should go first? Should we do the carbon steel skillet first, or the Wagner unmarked Wagner chicken fryer? Which one do you guys want to do the giveaway first? Let me know in the comments right now. The majority, of the votes, we'll do that one. Jan Stewart says, flip a coin. So far, we got a carbon steel, chicken fryer. Rob says, I don't know. Artie says, any. Carbon, Wagner, carbon, chicken fryer, carbon. Oh my goodness, you guys are mixed. Rob, yeah, so Rob, you said winner could pick though. Yes. So the winner, obviously, it gets to pick, but whatever one we do first. So we'll do a draw first. Whatever that first winner he gets to choose technically. Or actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, because that's confusing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have two winners. So we'll do one draw, and then we'll have two. I'll have the random picker choose two winners from there, and then whatever from there, whoever the winners are, they get to choose what they want. And let's try and be civil, guys. So if somebody says, "Hey, I really want this," or like I really want the carbon steel skillet, and if that person's really set on it, let's please be as civil as we can be. And if I don't want any fighting or anything of that nature, so we'll let them. you know I guess I mean, I can't, there's no other way for me to kind of control that in a sense. But let's try and be as civil as possible. I mean, after all, it is a giveaway, and after all, this stuff is going to be free for you guys. So I just, please be as reasonable and as fair as possible. That's all I ask, guys. Rob, how do you get entered into this? Rob, we had a video last weekend, and I did mention that we were doing a giveaway for these items. And in that video that I posted, you were supposed to write down what you wanted to be entered into, and and then you would get to choose, your whatever stuff you wanted. So technically, I will be reading the messages. So whoever the winner is, I'll read the messages. I'll go back to the original video. I'll read the messages, see who you know, that winner, what they chose, and we'll go from there. Technically, in a sense, I know this one feels a little bit more complicated. I think I might have complicated it more than it needed to be. But anyway, let's keep going. With that said, Rick says, let's do the WWF cage match. I know, right? I'm sorry, guys. I know this one. Technically, sometimes what I do is like you just enter your name, and then we'll do one giveaway first, and then whoever gets it wins that. And then if the rest of the people that have been entered in the giveaway, we'll do another random. Is that what you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do that instead, or should we do the one single random picker with two winners? So how about that? Do you guys want to do that instead, or should we just separate it in a sense, or do the one random picker? I mean, like a random pick with two winners. Cynthia Wesley says SmackDown. I know. Sorry, guys. This one's pretty complicated. I shouldn't have done this. I should have done. The rules should have been a little bit different, and I wasn't as specific. So I forgive me, guys. And I've done other giveaways which were not this complicated, but for some reason this one's a lot more complicated. Adam Creel, hit him with a chair. Oh my goodness, guys. Rick says, I'll bring the folding chair, you bring the 2x4. My goodness. You guys are very violent today. I'm trying to be as chill as possible, and you guys are over here trying to, do a WWE SmackDown kind of deal. Hippie Longshanks, I'll thumb wrestle for the Finex water bottle. Actually, it's just a sticker. I got a bunch of stuff on this, like Blacklock, Woodford, which is a Etsy seller. Places I've been to, Stargazer. So Finex actually gave me a bunch of stickers, and if you guys want, I can give you guys stickers. We can do a giveaway for stickers tonight. I have a lot of stickers, and if you guys are interested in that, you guys can put it on your bottles, kind of like what I do. If you guys want to represent the cast iron, community or the cast iron company you guys like, let me know. I have stickers from Lodge, which is Lodge, and that's pretty much it. Lodge. No, actually, I have Lodge. What's Fredericksburg cast iron from Texas, and Finex, and maybe another company, but those are stickers. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get started. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting for so long. Let's do the random picker, and good luck to everybody. So, drum roll. Let's see, we got a lot of people in this one. So, just to name a few, we got Jordan Miller, Granny Graham, Michael Hagan, Jackie Mills, Sam Cook, N2 Skiing, Olivia, Bobby Jensen, Jordan, I can't pronounce your last name, Keegler, Jan Stewart, Eric T, Jeanette Bautista, Chris McGee, William Hurt, CI Fanatic, Scrappin Grams, Shelly Bula, Robert Leopold, Stephen O'Neill, Random Joe, Nessus River Catfishing, Big Bug Getter. Oh my goodness. Big W, Bobby and Lynn, BMF, Rick, Kevin Chris, Rio X, Eric SF, T Hughes, Steve-O, Mike Wallace, International Playboy. That's quite a YouTube tag. RT Scott, Jackson Walter, Artie, I can't pronounce your last name, Triu, Artie Triu, Old Fashioned Coffee Pot, John Agene, Gardening and Growing, Scott Paxton, Corey Weaver, Gil Coronado, Bingster223, April K, Dudley Jabarm, Jarbram. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering your last name, guys. Ivor McTin, Captain Kirk, Jim Brown, Joey Vans, Frank Beeston, Eddie Little the second. I can't pronounce this one. It's YVNKI. I'm not going to try and butcher that. Adam Creel, Cooking with Bobby Joe, Jack Dews, Mr. Arch, Georgina, Rand Sand, Darren Wagner, Jeanette Batista. I think we have you twice. I have to erase your second one. Mike C, Fisherman. Who else do we got? Sam Cook, Mike B, Matt Harper, Michael Hagan. Did I think I might have said your name already, Michael Hagan. Let's see. I did not. So Michael Hagan. Oh no, I did. So you have two. I have to erase your second one. Good thing I'm going through these right now. Brian Weddle, Fan, Papa Dan, Cynthia Wesley, Hippie Longshanks, Eric T. I think I said Eric T twice. Oh my goodness, I'm catching myself, guys. Let's see. Eric T. What did I say? Eric T twice. Yes, I did. We're going to cancel your second one. William Hurt, Debbie, and Honey Badger. Yes, Honey Badger, you're one of the, actually, you were the first ones I put in there, but you're all the way at the bottom. So I was reading from top to bottom, or from bottom to top. No, top to bottom. Anyway, all right, let's get started. For the, we're going to do a picker. And let me actually bring the phone to you guys so you guys can see. All right, guys, so all the way at the bottom, we got Honey Badger. We got a lot of names, guys. We got Debbie, Random Joe. All right, those are all the entries, guys. So good luck to everybody. Let's do a picker. Quantity, let's do 2 winners. All right, good luck to everybody. All right, ready, guys? Here we go. 2 winners. Good luck to everybody. William Hurt and Georgina. You guys are the winners. William Hurt. William, which one did you say? And let's try to be honest, guys. What did you say? What was your original let's see. What did you say originally? Let me see if I can find your post or your comment. And Georgina, let's see. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Let me find Georgina and William Hurt. Oh, phone turned off. That's great. Let's see. Georgina, where are you? Sorry, guys. Let me find her original comment so that way we kind of have an idea. William Hurt already got a Wagner chicken fryer with a perfect fitting launch top. And I'll be. Oh, you said you won't be playing, but I'll be watching. Oh man, is that going to be a redo? William Hurt. William Hurt. Let me go back to the chat. Let's see, Georgina. What did Georgina say? Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, I think William Hurt. I think you mentioned in the that you didn't want to be entered. I should have checked. Okay, so Georgina said the chicken fryer is pretty, but I've never used carbon steel. It'd be nice to learn to use carbon steel. So, Georgina, you are pretty much saying that you want the carbon steel. So that is your prize. Georgina, you get the carbon steel pan. So that one is out. So we're gonna do a redo, guys, for the Wagner chicken fryer. And I'm gonna take both of them out and do that redo. So William Hurt, you're out. Georgina, you're gonna be out as well. And let me go back to you guys, see what you guys are saying. William Hurt, are you okay with that? You did say that you didn't want to be entered, and that was actually my fault. And he is saying he already has a Wagner chicken fryer. All right, so we're gonna do the redo for the chicken fryer, guys. All right, let me see. Where is Georgina? I know I had her. Oh, there we go. All right, so I removed them from the list. That way we don't get, have to do a redo. So let's do a redo, guys, for the chicken fryer. So good luck to everybody else, and then we will see. Uh, we will see who the winner is. So let's do that again. Chicken fryer this time, guys. So Georgina, congratulations. Real quick before I start this one over again, Georgina, please send me a message either through this live. Once it uploads, you can send me a message through there, and then we can get in contact, and I'll get your information and send it down to you. And if you can't find my info, you can go to the About tab. You technically would have to do this on like the web browser. So if you go to a web browser, you go to youtube.com, look up my channel, find the tabs that say, videos, lives, shorts. Go to the About tab, and you can find my information there. You can email me, and that way we can get in contact if you don't send me a message through the comment section here. But anyway, with that being said, let's get started. Once again, let's do one winner for the chicken fryer. So once again, guys, good luck. All right, we're doing one this time, and that is for the chicken fryer, guys. Let me go back so you guys can see. Once again, these are the names. Sorry, guys. Somewhat of a reflection here. But once again, good luck to everybody. Here we go. Okay, picker one. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says one right here where my thumb is at. And Kevin Chris. Good, congratulations to Kevin Chris. I don't know if he's in the chat, guys, but if you are, leave a comment. That way I know you're in the chat. So Kevin Chris, I think, let's see what he said. So let me find his comment real quick. So I know this is a lot of back and forth, guys. Like I said, I should have been a little bit better on this. So forgive me. We will do something different next time to prevent this. Let me find his comment. Kevin Chris. Because if technically Kevin Chris did not want the chicken fryer, then we will do another redo until we find somebody that does want the chicken fryer. Like I said, this is a whole mess, and I should have done it differently. What I should have done is split up the names for the or split up the ones who wanted what, done two different ones. Oh, yeah. So he says, Big Chicken Fryer, we are a family of 8 and could use the bigger pan. So I am actually happy. Thank you. He says that he wants the big chicken fryer. So congratulations, Kevin Chris. You are the winner of the chicken fryer. So I'm happy that it's going to go to somebody that wanted it. Um, the chicken fryer, and then Georgina is getting also the carbon steel pan. So congratulations. All right, guys. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody who was here for the giveaway. And if you guys want to continue watching, then stick around. We got a little bit of news, cast iron news. Like I did say earlier, Butterpat had their sale going on, and everything was sold out. The Lily was going for $222, and that was with being a factory second, like a seconds, yeah, which has blemishes. It has a little bit of a perhaps of a wobble or a teeter. I mean, nothing that's going to be too damaging to the skillet to the point that's not going to work for you. So obviously, you're getting a pretty much 50% discount from the original price because I think they go for 400 plus. So at $222, it really is it's a deal. And to be honest, the reason why butter pat is so expensive is because everything is handmade. They hand pour their iron. They do the molds by hand. Everything is just by hand. They work on it by hand. They even inscript the underside of the tabs by hand. You know the I want to say the one that pours the iron scribes down the number that was poured and things of that nature. So it's expensive because there's a lot of work involved. I want to say each pan probably gets maybe 30 to 40 hours of work by hand. So that's where the price is coming from. But Butter Pat for me, I know a lot of people don't like it for the price, and they say it's a knockoff to Wapak or Waypak, the handle, and perhaps, but that's what makes cast iron so great is that we have vintage that a lot of people love vintage cast iron that technically those companies aren't around anymore. So these new startup companies, these boutique companies that are doing this, there's like a renaissance for cast iron cookware, and they're bringing back some of the old designs like the handles or the pour spouts or just the design overall, and they're doing a great job. So for me, a win is a win. Honestly, we win, they win, we get technically what we want. We get good iron, and it's made here in the USA. So in my eyes, you know, there's no losing there. For me, this is why I like Butterpat, Stargazer, Finex, Smithy, Field Company, which Field Company is now technically like the modern day Griswold. So Field Company is very highly sought after because it really is great. Their number 8 is very lightweight, and they're workhorses and they work great. Seasoning sticks to them, so Field Company also doing great. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people bought the Lily, so that was out, and then a lot of the other things. Where I think it was the lids. The lids were pretty much sold out, and some of the handle covers that they have, and a couple other things were sold out. Field Company had their second sale, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, and I think they might have just ended now, but you could get yourself a Field Company number 8 for I think $100. So I mean, sales are going on, and if you guys didn't jump on it now, then and now is the time to do so. I think Butterpat still has a couple of items that are possibly available, but you do have to sign up in order for you to get that email sent to you, so you guys can actually enter into that second sale. Otherwise, there's no way you can find it if you go straight to the website. So, Hippie Longshanks, thank you for the $5. Louise, thank you for what you do. I cherish the Dutch oven I won from you. Thank you, Hippie Longshanks. I appreciate that. And like I said, guys, these giveaways are because you guys are so great. I love doing this. And to be honest, I have such a huge collection that at this point, I need to get rid of some of my stuff. I need to start doing some more giveaways of these things. And let me know if you guys are interested in some of these review, products that I do. I might consider doing giveaways on those. If you guys are interested in some of those, let me know if you guys would be okay of receiving a review unit that I showcase on the channel. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. We can do future giveaways on those. The other part of the news, as I did say earlier, was actually the Smithy. So I still have it here. This is the glass lid number 11. And I did get their number 11 deep skillet. That's what it is. So let me go grab it real quick so you guys can see what it is. Okay. Here we go. So this is the number 11 deep skillet, and it works great. I love this thing, especially for frying, any kind of frying. And if you want to, like it's almost like a chicken fryer, to be honest, but a lot bigger. So that's what I like. Stir frying this actually works really well. And I've also done, what else have I done in this? I actually did some chicken Alfredo, which turned out really great. And my seasoning developed really well in this after that. So obviously, the more that you use it, the better it gets. Cooking with Bobby Joe says, I was watching some of your videos on Appalachian cast iron. I got their waffle iron for my birthday. Oh, those waffle irons are great. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, so this one originally came with its lid. So if you bought this when it first came out, it came with its lid, and I think they still do. But anyway, this is the glass lid that Smithy sent me. And it's an updated version of the original. The update, I want to say the glass is better tempered, or it is tempered now versus before, which probably wasn't. So obviously they're beautiful products. I love the gold trim, and to be honest, even this handle feels a lot better than the original. From what I can remember, I think the original was like a hollow aluminum, and this one feels like a solid brass piece. And it feels great. So technically, that's how it goes. And the biggest difference on the new one also is, I don't know if you guys can see very well, but there is a little silicone grommet here in between the handle and also the screw, and it prevents it from shattering. So if you overheat these and they get a little hot, it's not going to shatter on you. And they also gave us a little letter, so I'll show you guys what the letter says. Crafting quality cookware is our top priority, and we are always working to improve your experience with Smithy. We recently updated the design of the knob fastening on our number 11 glass lid to include silicone washers between the metal and glass. Although unlikely, the old design could lead to breakage under extreme conditions. Please dispose of your original glass lid and begin using this new lid. If you have any questions, text us at that number there. We appreciate you being part of the Smithy family. Use it well. So for me, this is a nice a little of way of them keeping up with their customers. They're not just going to leave you out out in the open and let you guys suffer with defective lids, which, as I mentioned, I do like that a lot. So Smithy, thank you very much for sending this replacement. Technically, I wasn't expecting one. And so far, my lid I've used it several times in the oven, and thank goodness nothing's happened to it. But now I'm kind of worried about using my original lid. So I might just have it as a lid that I might just use to perhaps steam some veggies, or if I'm doing some eggs or anything like that, and not necessarily use it in the oven, and just keep it for that. So in that respect, I want to say that I enjoy Smithy Ironware a lot, even though I complain about uh, their finish. It is a little highly polished for my taste, and the seasoning is a little bit harder to kind of get it going. But once you get a good base, they work flawlessly, and all my other skillets work so great. So there's no room for me to be complaining. So Smithy Ironware is doing a great job with their cast iron cookware. So that is the one thing that I wanted to mention. Now, the next thing that I want to move on to is actually carbon steel. So we're going to talk a little bit about carbon steel, and here we have it. This is the De Bouillet 8-inch. Um, what is it? Oh, Mineral B. This is a Mineral B. I'm getting confused. This is the Mineral B 8-inch De Bouillet pan, and I want to say about 2 weeks ago now is when I received it. And obviously, it was a silvery color. I mean, it didn't have any of this, and now, as you can see, it looks like a mess. It just seasoning is uneven. It's not the best, but I'll tell you what, this thing cooks so great. It's done eggs really well. And one thing that I do want to say about this is that if you have an electric stovetop or cooktop or induction for that matter, yes, it will be difficult to season your pan in the beginning. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. You can, but it's not gonna develop the that dark patina that a lot of people like, and that even seasoning that a lot of people like in the get go. And honestly, guys, the best way to season your pan when you get it when it's brand new is gonna be with a gas stove, or if you don't have a gas stove, I know a lot of people don't. Like myself included, I don't have a gas stove in my house, but that doesn't mean that I don't have a grill or outdoor stove like propane ones, or the Camp Chef, not Camp Chef. I'm sorry, the Coleman. I I want to say that the Coleman little burners, those little portable burners that have the small propane can, those are going to work great for you guys. So if you buy yourself one of these and you're kind of concerned about getting it seasoned, the best way to get it seasoned in the beginning will be using one of those little Coleman single burners. And those single burners are honestly at Walmart, you can buy yourself one for $20. And the little propane tank or the little propane can is about $2 or $3. So, I mean, you're 23 bucks, but you're investing in the little camp stove, which is actually pretty nice. So if you ever go camping, you can take it with you, and that thing is going to be great. I have a Coleman, and I love that thing. But anyway, I used the Coleman to get this seasoned. I didn't show it, and I should have, but I got some other pans on the way, and I'll do a video and I'll show you guys how how to season it and how it works and how it differs from using an electric or an induction stovetop. So that's just one tip that I want to throw out there. What I did with this was actually I got a small filet mignon, and I put it on my gas burner at my father's house, and I made dinner there, and I did all the steaks. So I got filet mignons for everybody, and I was just placing it here and using this pan for all the steaks, and that's how I got this uneven, patina, uneven seasoning, but it worked great because before that it was silver. It was still silver with a little bit of like a bronze discoloration on the bottom. Nothing on the sides. The sides were pretty much silver. So once that happened, I did 6 steaks in a row. This is what the pan looks like now. So it did a great job, and honestly, the seasoning is a lot better. So I'm happy with that, and that's what the De Bouillet looks like. So technically, an update for you guys, and a little bit of insight on carbon steel. And like I said, seasoning that pan itself has to be seasoned on the stovetop because the handle is not meant for the oven. It's not oven safe, so technically you do have to use it on a stovetop, and that's the only way you can technically season that pan. But anyway, here I have my Matfur. This Matfur is the 11 and 7, like 7/8, 11 and something. It's an odd measurement, but anyway, this one here, I used it also when I made dinner at my father's house. The steak dinner. I also made some roasted potatoes. So we had some small potatoes, and I just cut those up and threw, I want to say uh, I think it's 1 pound, 2 1 pound bags, and just worked all the potatoes onto this, cooking everything on this on the gas burners, and they developed an uneven patina once again, but it got a lot darker, and you can see this mat for. I've used this one a lot more than I have the De Bouillet. The De Bouillet was in the beginning for the whole week. All I was doing was just cooking eggs and small little items like that. But I couldn't really do much with it until I decided to do the steaks at my father's house, and that's how I developed that darker patina. But this one, as you can see, I've used it a lot, and obviously it's gotten a lot darker. The patina is pretty dark. It's chocolatey brown, and the surface is a lot better as well. Uneven, but it's getting there. The handle is oven safe. So with this skillet, with this carbon steel skillet, you can actually do oven seasoning if you like. So one of the things that Uncle Scott says in his videos is the biggest way for you to determine which pan is best for you is going to be the handle, and not necessarily the way it feels, but what it's made out of. So this one here is just the same material as the pan. It's carbon steel. It's been welded on, and this has no kind of coating, so you can season it in the oven, and obviously, it's going to work great in the oven with no issues. Versus the Debouillet, the Mineral B. This Mineral B has a coated handle, which cannot go in the oven, and obviously you have to season this on the stovetop. So with that being said, um, I'm having fun with these pans, and I see why people like them. I see why a lot of people love cooking with carbon steel. And one thing though that I do see, the how people can actually cook with carbon steel and cook with cast iron is, so if you cook with cast iron, technically you already know how to cook with carbon steel. You have to preheat the pans. You have to make sure that they're seasoned, and you have to maintain their seasoning. Use a good amount of fat, obviously in the beginning. But once that happens, you're going to have a pan that's going to last you a lifetime. And technically, these pans, you can pass them down from generation to generation. So if you want to pass this down to your kids could possibly pass them down to them, and these will last you a long time. So with that being said, carbon steel and cast iron have a lot in common. And like I said, if you're familiar with cast iron, this is going to be an easy transition. And one of the biggest pros to this is that you can actually maneuver these a lot better. I'll be honest, cast iron is phenomenal. I love it, and my love for cast iron will never change. Um, but it is heavy. This one here, the chicken fryer obviously is a chicken fryer, but this vintage chicken fryer it's a pretty big pan. But since it's vintage, it's not heavy. This thing is, I want to say maybe about 4.5 pounds, maybe five. I want to say maybe close to 5 pounds. So considering cast iron cookware, the Lodge equivalent of this chicken fryer, we're looking at 6.5, maybe 7 pounds. And that thing is heavy. But modern cast iron cookware is a lot thicker, and they don't make them this way anymore, unless you're looking into the boutique, more modern cast iron that's been milled and done by hand, and they're taking from the vintage and applying it to their new production of cookware. So to me, yes, cast iron is great, carbon steel is great. Now the other thing that I do want to say is that if you're in a rush, you want to get breakfast done quick, and you don't really want to wait so much time to have your pans preheat, these will preheat in half the time. So if you're preheating your pan for at least 5 minutes on the stovetop, cast iron cookware, 5 minutes, that's going to be a good amount of time for your pan to get up to temperature, at whatever setting you have it or whatever setting you want it at. The carbon steel is going to get to that a lot quicker. So that's one thing that I've noticed. So in the mornings, typically sometimes my mornings would be that I would have to get up at a certain time to get breakfast on the table at a certain time. Now with these, I have a little bit of leeway here and there, and I can do a little bit of chopping or cutting while I'm cooking. And if it's getting too hot, I can turn down the dial on the heat, and it'll cool down pretty quickly. Versus cast iron, which loves to retain the heat, won't necessarily respond so quickly. So it'll heat up a lot quicker. It'll cool a lot quicker. And one of those, those things in itself is what makes carbon steel cookware phenomenal. So I love it. And so I'm becoming a fan of carbon steel. And like I said, I can see why a lot of people like it. But cast iron, like I said, will always be my number one. So with that being said, guys, I think that's going to be pretty much it now. I want to catch up with you guys on the chat. Let's see what's going on here, guys. What do you guys have to say? Corey Clark says, I use a very old cowboy skillet. I think those cowboy skillets are if you're by like because I've seen some cowboy skillets. Some of them are actually like very thin metal. I don't know if it's necessarily carbon steel, but I know it's a very thin metal, and I've seen some of these, and I've thought about getting one on eBay, but they're pretty expensive. Jan Stewart says, I usually use the Lodge 10 and a quarter griddle pan if I'm cooking a few eggs or sausages for my kids, maybe a couple burgers. Heats up quick and is light. Yeah. Field Company, their number nine griddle, that thing is amazing. And it's lightweight, heats up quickly. And it reminds me a lot of the old Wagner and Griswold griddles, the round griddles. Those things are amazing. I don't. I've actually restored one of the Griswold small logo, like the small block logo. I restored one for my brother, and I remember I think I tested it, and that thing cooked really great. And it reminds me, the Field Company griddle reminds me a lot of that one. So if you guys are looking for a vintage style griddle that's round, the number nine Field Company, that one's great. Hippie Longshanks, any good carbon steel with a helper handle? Actually, yes, there is. This one is technically a close to 12 inches. Debouillet actually has what they call their Mineral B Pro, which actually does come with a helper handle. So, obviously, the bigger they are, the more weight that it's going to be. So, yes, there are a couple of pans with helper handles. Debouillet has them. I'm not sure. I think some of the more like boutique style, like Santa Barbara Forge, I know they have it. Blanc Creatives, I think, has a helper handle on theirs. Who else? Oh, actually, on talking about carbon steel and boutique carbon steel, um, what is Rick? Who's what's the carbon steel company that you own that we were talking about last week, Rick? You can write it down in the chat. I forget their name. Um, it's like an Irish style, but I want to talk to you guys about this company. I just can't remember the name. So Rick, if you can let me know what's the name of that company that we were just talking about. I can't recall, but anyway, let me read some other messages. Kimberly Miller says, "Have one carbon steel pan. Haven't really used it much. Guess I will have to try it out more often." Yeah, and like I said, guys, like um, it's very similar to cast iron. So if you guys are used to cast iron, that's pretty much going to be the same thing. It's not going to be any, you know, the difference is just pretty much the weight. Heat retention obviously is not there on carbon steel. I mean, because they're a lot thinner, the heat's going to dissipate a lot quicker. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Baking in carbon steel, technically, I wouldn't do it either. I know that a lot of people love cast iron cookware, and including myself, for the baking aspect. So I understand that. I love to bake, and so if you guys are trying to do something like in the oven, if you guys are doing a stew or something that's going to need that warmth, carbon steel is not going to do that. So I wouldn't bake in carbon steel either. Let's see. Rick, did you say anything, Rick? McMurray. There you go. Thank you, Rick. McMurray. Yes. Okay. So I ordered a pan from McMurray, and they are a carbon steel company, and they're actually fairly priced. They're not very expensive. And I ordered this pan over a year ago, and during that time they were moving. So they were I think located in Modesto, California. They ended up moving cross country, pretty much the Midwest. And in that transition, a lot of things happened to them, and they kind of lost a lot of their manufacturing capability. They couldn't really produce anything. So for that time, they weren't producing, their carbon steel pans, and they also had some family issues. I think, and I don't want to be putting this out there, but I think some of their family members might have passed away or something something like that. But I didn't really know much because they were obviously they weren't talking on social media. They weren't posting anything. So luckily though, I sent Rick said Rick, which thank you very much by the way. Rick's mentioned, hey, why don't you just send them a message through Instagram? Usually they're pretty well with responding. Send a direct message to them, and they should get back to you, because I did a lot of email. Like I wrote I wrote them several times through email, and that didn't lead anywhere. So, but anyway, I sent them a direct message to McMurray, and sure enough, they responded back right away, and they apologized, and they told me what was going on, and I think they did a post. So I don't want to, I'm not going to talk bad about McMurray, and that sometimes things happen, and these small companies sometimes take a hit, and perhaps they don't want to share it at the moment. So I was never really going to shame them, because this conversation that I had with Rick was technically personal. I talked to Rick and I said, hey, I know that you have some cookware from McMurray. I haven't gotten my stuff, and we just kind of talked about it. But uh, I hope that you guys understand that some of these small, companies, whether it's Northern Company, that's a small one, Lancaster, they're not so small, but they're not as well known. Um, who else? Northern Company, Lancaster. Goodness, there's some other companies out there. They're a little bit smaller, not very well known, and they might have some hardships. So be as patient as possible, guys, and just know that they are doing their best to get their products out there into your hands so you guys can get cooking. But with that being said, that's just something that I wanted to share with you guys. A lot of these small companies, especially these boutique style manufacturers, sometimes it takes a while. I did mention, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that I had gotten a Santa Barbara pan, and they have to make it for you. So that took about 2 weeks. I just got a notice that they were shipping it out. So it takes time, and when things are handmade, obviously it's going to take time. And when they're smaller companies, you have to appreciate the fact that they're working on it specifically for you because you placed your order. So just wanted to throw that out there, guys. Huey Brand, hi from Texas. Let's see, what else are you guys talking about? Hippie Longshanks, I'll look for one with the helper handle. Fell off the mountain bike, so now looking ahead. Thank you. Who is leaving? Debbie, have to go again. Have a great weekend, everyone. Great show, Mr. Luis. I hope the family feels better. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. I want to say on that note, that is going to be it. Look forward to more giveaways. Actually, I have more things on in the future. I want to say I'll announce something in about 2 weeks. I'll announce the next giveaway. I did mention another carbon steel pan, which is actually the next giveaway is going to be a De Bouillet omelet pan. So look forward to that. I do have an extra, so I'll do that one. And technically, it's like a crepe pan, omelet pan. So it's a number 9, I think. So it's about 10 inches across. That's going to be one that I'm going to do a giveaway for. The other one is going to be, I mentioned an enamel piece, and I do have some enamel pieces that I'm going to do a giveaway for. So look forward to that. If you guys are interested in enameled cookware, I might do a giveaway for, not might, I will do a giveaway for enameled cookware along with another carbon steel piece. And like I said, I'll most likely do that in about 2 weeks. So with that being said, guys, I know I did mention that I was going to do some cooking today. I'm sorry for that. Like I said in the beginning of the video or the live, my wife is feeling a little bit sick today, so she woke up feeling worse in the morning and feeling a lot worse in the afternoon. So obviously we're not going to do that today. So anyway, I know it's been 1 hour. I appreciate your guys' time, and as always, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Make sure that the winners contact me, Georgina, and who was the other winner, guys? 'Cause now I'm forgetting who it was. I'll remember. But congratulations to the winner, to the winners, and I will catch you guys on the next one. As always, I appreciate your time. I know it's a weeknight and it's pretty late in the East Coast, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the East Coast. If there's anybody from the East, thank you guys for showing up so late. I know that it is late, 10 o'clock, and most of you probably have to go to work tomorrow. So everybody have a safe night, a good evening, and I will catch you guys on the next live. All right, guys. Have a good one.